What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? What's up? Listen, y'all, before we even get into this video, I just need to let y'all know, like, I just got off work. The warehouse is really kicking my ass right now because it's a fly in here. I don't have time. But anyway, the warehouse is really kicking my ass because getting all my inventory on these shelves is taking a lot. Like, oh my gosh. Getting those items stocked up piece by piece, that is a process. Like, oh my gosh. But it's making me very tired now, doing that from sun up to sundown every day. But anyway, just gonna love y'all because I said I was gonna drop this video tomorrow, so I'm dropping it tomorrow, okay? So no matter how tired I am, I'm doing this for the people. I'm doing this for y'all, okay? I'm doing this for y'all, period. And don't mind my nails. They broke up. It is what it is. But anyway, so guys, as you guys can see from the title of this video, I'm gonna show you guys how you can build your business credit. I posted my Paydex score a few weeks ago and I got a lot of inquiries about how you do that. So instead of, you know, trying to open up all these messages and emails and just everything that I got in reply to my post that I still haven't even gotten through, I decided to just create a video step-by-step tutorial on how you can do it. It was very easy, easier than I thought it was. I actually thought this was like way harder. When I first started trying to build my business credit, I tried starting to do it a long time ago, and obviously if I knew what I know now then, I would have had my Paydex score, you know. But everything's a learning process, so it is what it is. But that's why, you know, you get people like me. You got somebody around you who done figured it out. Just pass the info, you know. Nobody got time to be, you know, messing up and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, just know the knowledge I'm about to give you right now. This is some costly knowledge, okay? This shouldn't even be free. You feel me? So put some respect on my name. I'm trying to look out for the cookout. Okay? Period. But anyway, so guys, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go through what I like to call a business credit checklist. Okay, let's put it like that. Business credit checklist. So this checklist basically consists of all the things you guys need to have in order to really even have a business. So not even to just say you need this to build business credit, but in order to say that you even have a business, you should already have these things. So I'm not gonna make this video super long. We're gonna get straight into all the information and do it just like that. Okay, so the first thing you should have is, of course, a business name. Sometimes people use their first and last name as their business name if you're a sole proprietor. That's possible. But again, the first thing you should definitely have is a business name, okay? So a lot of times I like to tell people who are trying to come up with a new business name, or they just started a new business and they're trying to figure out a name, is of course to look at the Secretary of State. You can do that online. You can actually do that online. Look it up. Just search other business names just to make sure the one that you chose isn't already taken. Okay, so definitely do that. Just make sure you know that, again, the name you have isn't already taken. The second thing that you should have is a business address. So having a business address obviously makes your business look more structured. So the better your business looks, the easier it is for you to, you know, start getting funding, start getting loans and credit cards and, you know, all that type of stuff. But you have to have your business in order, and it has to have some type of structure for people to even want to deal with you, of course. So as far as the business address goes, my first business, before I had an actual location, I just used a virtual address. So I got a virtual address, a virtual business address to a building downtown, and I use that as my business address. So if you were used to, when you would go type in my business name on Google, it would obviously bring up my business with that virtual address. So at least I have a Google listing with an actual business address right there for somebody to see if they wanted to look at my business to see, you know, how legit I am. So of course have some type of business address. So that is a recommendation for you guys to at least if you don't have like a physical location, just get a virtual address. The third thing is your entity. Entity being whether you are, again, a sole proprietor, whether you're a corporation, whether you are going to file your business as an LLC, whatever the case may be, you need to have something filed, and you need to pick whichever works for you. So I don't want to sit here and tell you guys, oh, I think you should do an LLC, I think you should be, so I you know, that's just my personal preference as far as that goes, or your personal preference as far as that goes. But I would say whatever works for you is how you should file your business. So you should definitely research if you don't really know about all that stuff. You don't really know like the difference between the LLC or C corporation and S corporation and sole proprietorship, etc., etc. If you don't know the difference between that stuff, I would definitely recommend looking it up. Just go research exactly what comes along with being what, you know, which one. But again, I feel like that's just like personal preference as far as which one you would choose for your own business. But definitely have some type of entity and get that paperwork filed. So also a business license. So as far as the business license goes, so for my business, I do have a business license, but I didn't have a business license when I got my score. So I had a Paydex score even when I didn't have a business license. So I'm telling you guys, yes, you should get a business license, but it's not mandatory to have the license in order to have a score. But I do recommend having a business license because, again, the more structured your business is, the better your business looks, the easier it is for you to be able to, you know, get funding and get people to rock with you. Next thing will be the EIN number, or some people refer to it as your tax ID number. But the EIN number is very, very important. In order to even have a business profile, you need an EIN number. So I deal with a lot of people on a regular basis who are, you know, again, trying to build, not even just business credit, who just want to start businesses at all. And a lot of people don't have an EIN number. I actually came across a few people who told me they've had a business, you know, 20, 30 years, and they've never got an EIN number.
That nigga's tripping.
But that was only because they were filing all their paperwork as a sole proprietor. So, you know, when you file all your paperwork and do everything as a sole proprietor, you're using your social security number. But again, that was that was their personal preference. But I feel as though, opinion, that you should definitely have an EIN number. Because again, if you're trying to build business credit, you need one. So your business credit report, just like your personal credit report, your social security number builds a credit report. It's the same exact thing for business. Your business has its own credit report with its own social security number, which obviously is your EIN number. So in order to build your report, you need to have an actual report number to be able to build. You feel me? Okay. So that's definitely, you know, very important, guys. Just make sure you guys get an EIN number, okay? And the EIN number is also free. That's free. So don't let people tell you that you gotta go pay all these hundreds of dollars to get an EIN number, because that's definitely not true. An EIN number you can get for free, and it only takes about 5 minutes to do it. So you can literally go to irs.gov and get your EIN number, again, for free in literally 5 minutes. So yeah, do that, okay? Do that. And also, if you do go in there, sometimes you might get an error message depending on like what time or what day you're trying to apply for the EIN number. I know a lot of times like at night, sometimes on like weekends, it just be like weird times and weird days that the site might tell you like, oh, you know, basically like come back later. So if you see that, don't worry, just go back later. But yeah, just know it is free for sure. Okay, so the next thing you guys should have is a business bank account. That I feel like is very, very important because it goes along with everything else about having a structured business. Having a business bank account, keeping your business funds and your personal funds separate. That's very, very, very important. That's something I literally personally had to learn because, for one, I used to obviously, well, it's not obvious for y'all, but it was obvious for me. I used to keep all my money in one bank account. So the money I would make from my business would go into this account, and all the money I make personally, like everything's going into one account. So money is getting mixed up. I'm paying expenses that I should be using for my business, for personal stuff and things like that. That's not good, okay? It's not good, it's not good, it's not good. You should definitely separate your business money from your personal funds, like point blank period. So you should definitely have a business bank account. Either way it goes, just make sure you have a business bank account. That also helps along with funding purposes and stuff like that too. So please get a business bank account, okay? Just please, please, please. And you can also use your EIN number to apply for a business bank account. So a lot of times you don't even need your social security number. So use your EIN number to get the business bank account. Next on the list is a business phone number. So once again, with my business, if you go look it up on Google, my business address comes up, my business phone number comes up, that type of stuff comes up. You need a business phone number. So even if it's not even your personal number, so if you feel like I don't want to put my personal number online, or I don't want to use my personal number for business purposes, just get a separate phone, get a separate line, use one of these little apps. If you gotta get you which one is it? I think like Text Now is the one that, like, literally I used to use Text Now. I was using Text Now for like 3 years straight. Like, it was literally an app. I was using the app for 3 years as my business phone number. And finally, they start allowing you to, like, you literally use your number, like transfer the number over to an actual your service provider. So that app phone number I was using for 3 years with my 678 number, if you guys must, like, that was my app phone number literally for 3 years straight. So I literally put that actual same phone number on an actual phone now, like, and I was so happy I was able to do that, because I was like, dang, I want to change my number, but I didn't even know that you could do that. But luckily you could. So now I put that number on an actual real phone, and it's been great since. But however you gotta do it, however you gotta go about it, just get some type of business phone number, because you need it. Next is a website. So a website obviously is not mandatory to have in order to get a Paydex score, but again, having a website and having a business, having something people can research, having something people can see is much better than you not, okay? Period. 411 listings. So that's pretty much putting your information into public records. So again, being able to actually go on Google or go on whatever type of website and be able to actually pull you up, pull your business up, and see you have an actual business that I can actually research online. Okay, so registering your business in 411. So 411.com, the actual number 411.com is one website that you can go and register your business. I definitely obviously highly recommend that. So go on there, do that, because you need to put your business in public records. We need to be able to find you, see you, something, okay? And along with that, of course, another thing would be email. So if you pretty much do or don't have an email address, you should have some type of business email address. It's a much better look when you have an email address that usually ends in @ and your business or website name. So for example, my business email address, well, I don't know if I should say it here now, I don't know if it matters, but my business email address is my name, is at dndstudioatl.com. So having an at your website name, or some type of, like, info at something.com, like that type of those type of email addresses are much better to have than at Yahoo's or at Gmail's and at AOL's and all that kind of stuff. So if able, then I highly do recommend getting a professional email address, because again, it's just a much better look and it helps you out a lot more in the long run. Those type of email addresses you can actually get online, like you can pay for those. Currently I use GoDaddy.com. So I use GoDaddy.com. I use GoDaddy for a lot of stuff. So, and last thing that you guys definitely need to go ahead and get in order to establish your business credit is a DUNS number. That's DUNS number. So in order to even get a Paydex score or to establish business credit at all, you guys have to have a DUNS number. And a DUNS number is, I believe my DUNS number was free. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think I paid for my DUNS number. No, I did not. Yeah, the DUNS number was free. You can literally go to, let me make sure I tell you guys the right website. Okay, yeah, so you guys need to go to D as in dog, N as in Nancy, B as in boy, dnb.com to get your DUNS number. that's how you're going to be able to establish a business credit profile. So that's very, very important. That's mandatory. You need a DUNS number. So again, dnb.com. Everything I'm saying in this whole video, I'm going to put in the description of this video. So I'm telling you guys again, you know, where you can go find everything and what the websites are. But you do need to get a DUNS number to establish the business credit. That's very, very important. Okay. So now that we've gotten through the business checklist part, let's move on to talking about vendors. Now, vendors are what you're going to need to establish the business credit. So these are the people who are going to actually give you, I don't want to say they give you the score, but they're the reason behind you getting the score. So just like you guys know about building a personal credit profile, building your business credit is very, very, very similar. Again, we're just building reports. We're building a credit report, just like we were building a personal credit report. But obviously the accounts are just different. Basically, that's the only difference. Instead of using obviously personal accounts like personal secured credit cards and things like that to help you build your personal credit report, building your business credit report is pretty much the same thing. But these accounts that you're adding aren't, you know, personal credit cards. They're like store accounts. So, for example, so you need at least, I would say 3 to 4 vendor accounts to get at least an 80. So I hit 80 with 3 accounts. I say 3 to 4 because I believe my first 3 accounts, I'm lying. No, let me back up. I'm sorry. Bruh. I hit 80 with 4 accounts. I hit like 77 with 3 vendor accounts, and then I hit 80 when I got 4. So definitely I would say at least 3 to 4 to get to 80. 4 for sure to get to 80. Now, the information I'm putting out into this video is just my personal experience. I know before I, you know, actually got my business Paydex score, I was doing a lot of research on how you can go about doing it. And I found so much information in different type of ways to do it. All I needed was 4 vendor accounts. And once my 4 vendor accounts started reporting, I actually like just randomly checked my my report one day, and I saw that I didn't even know I had 80. So I don't even know how long I even had one. Like, I was so like just not, I was like, you know, I'll just go back to building business credit sooner or later. But right now, you know, I started refocusing on other stuff, and I was like, okay, I don't have an 80 yet. I'm just worried about that later type shit. But I actually did have an 80. Like I said, I didn't even know. And then I looked at my report to see, like, well, how did I get the 80? Like, I don't even remember, like, you know, doing all this. I looked at my report. I went on DUNS, the DUNS and Bradstreet. I checked my DUNS report, and it actually shows you, you know, of course, the accounts that are being used in order to generate this score for you. So I'm also going to give you guys a list of vendor accounts that you guys can possibly use in order to get a score. And I'm going to tell you also the 4 accounts that I personally use in order to get my score as well. But yeah, so again, I only needed 4 vendor accounts in order to get my 80. But again, all of these vendor accounts were all paid on time. So when you actually look at my DUNS report, it shows those 4 accounts, and they all say that they, you know, were paid on time. So that's also very important. So it is possible to have your score dropped, obviously not even reach 80, things like that, by missing payments and stuff like that. So let's definitely not miss any payments. Let's definitely, once you open up a vendor account, please, it's very important to make sure you pay these accounts on time. Even some of these accounts, you can just pay it all off in full. Like, you could just pay it all off, and it'll still report, you know, to your business credit report. And you don't have like a monthly payment. Like that one-time purchase that you made, that can actually be reported. Because one of my accounts was like that. I spent, I mean, there's no like limit on how much you gotta spend type of thing. So even though I'm saying this, like, that doesn't matter. But I did use a certain account or a certain company, and I spent almost like $3,000 with them. But instead of having like, you know, monthly payments or something like that, I just paid it all out in full. But they still reported to my business credit report as paid on time, even though it was just one payment. So I was like, oh, okay, basically. Now, so as far as Paydex scores go, so the Paydex score literally ranges from 0 to 100. So 100 obviously being the highest, 0 being the lowest. The closer to 100 the better, but having at least an 80 is great. So if you have it at least an 80, then that's great. So your first aim should be 80. Of course, over 80 again is great, but you should be aiming to have at least an 80. Okay, so now that you guys have all of the things on the business checklist, I'm going to give you guys a few vendors that you can use to get a score. So what you do is, once you go onto these websites and you start an account with them, you're going to pay through what's called Net 30. So Net 30 is basically a payment option that you use in order for this company to report to your business credit report. Okay, so that's what you want to do. You want to use Net 30 as the payment option. So again, you can use Net 30 and pay something out, you know, in full, or you can use Net 30 and just have like payments that you have to make on something. However the website works, however the company, whatever, you know, whatever they accept. I don't know how every single company works, but I know how a few of them work. So I'm going to give you guys a list of certain websites that you can use that offer the Net 30 option. There are so many of them, but this is just a few that I'm going to name. But in the description, I'm going to put a link that will have a list of all the ones that I know about. Okay, so right now I'm just going to list a few that I've dealt with, but I'm going to drop a link in the description to show you guys even more that you can use. I want to sit here and try to name all these vendors right now. But first off, the ones that I personally use. So Uline.com is one that I personally use. I use Uline for a whole lot of stuff. Pretty much my entire warehouse came from Uline. But with Uline, I use their again Net 30 option. And what they will do, so once you open the account with them, pay through Net 30, they're going to report that information to your business credit. I did have to call them and let them know that that's what I wanted to do. So I don't know if that's like mandatory or not, but I know I did have to like let them know like, hey, I want this to be reporting to my business credit, like, or whatnot. So they did ask me for like my EIN number. Like they got information from me. It was like, okay, like, okay, we got you, you're good to go. So Uline is one. But Quill, so Quill.com, Quill. So Quill.com is another one. I use Quill as well. So I usually get like toiletries, toilet paper, paper towels, cleaning supplies, that type of stuff for my warehouse from Quill. But they're another one who allows you to pay through Net 30. So they will report to your business credit profile as well. Another one that I've used is Granger. Granger.com is another one. Same vibe as the other websites are. But they're another one who reports to business credit. Another one is Setting.com. So Setting.com is one that I've personally used before, but it is one that I've heard people use, and my friends said they've used it. So I want to add that one as well. But another one that offers Net 30. And last one here is BenMeadows.com. So that one as well is the one that I personally use, but I know people who have used them, but they also use Net 30 as well. But again, guys, that was just some of them. Again, link in the description to show you guys a full list of different ones that you can be able to use. So any of those that work, like I said, they all do the same thing. If you actually can find one of these websites that actually have products that can actually benefit you, then that's great. But if these, if nothing you really need off any of them, and you're just like, well, I'm just trying to get just get the score type of thing, that's fine too. But again, just make sure you pay your bill on time and make sure you order it through Net 30. So if you go on, you at the checkout screen, don't hit pay by credit card or pay by PayPal or pay by anything else. Make sure they have the option that says Net 30 and make sure that's how you're paying. Okay. So yeah, so you're definitely going to go on these websites and you have to actually make some type of purchase, of course. And again, once you check out, just make sure you use the Net 30 option. And once you do that, once you start paying on that, if you have a monthly bill or if you pay it all outright, however way you go about it, once you actually pay them, they're gonna start reporting that. So again, make sure you always pay on time. So yeah, so the 4 that I personally use are Quill, Uline, and Granger. And then I actually have a utility bill at the warehouse that's being reported to my business report as well. And I actually didn't even know about that one. But yeah, so I only have four accounts on my report, and I'm at 80 now. Well, I think I'm a little over 80, but I actually hit 80 when I had 4 accounts. So it's definitely possible, and this can be done within 60 days, honestly. So as soon as you go in there, you make those purchases and start paying them, they report, literally they will report within 30 days. So you can literally in 60 days have at least 4 accounts already up and already hit your score. Oh, okay, sorry guys, my camera died. One thing my camera gonna do is die, okay? But anyway, let's hop back into it. So yeah guys, that's literally all you need to do in order to actually get a score. So again, you might hear a whole lot of other information as far as, oh, but you also have to do this, you also have to do that. I ain't have to do none of that. Okay, I got 4 accounts, I paid 4 people, and I got an 80. Period. So don't let nobody tell you different. I don't care what nobody's talking about. I got my 80 off 4 vendor accounts, and that was it. So that's pretty much what you definitely need to understand is these vendor accounts that you're setting up these accounts with, these companies or these websites that you're setting up accounts with, these are going to be what these are considered trade lines. So these are the trade lines that are going on your business credit report. So you also know, or you might not know, you can add trade lines to your personal credit report. But these accounts right here are what would be considered the trade lines that are going on your business credit report. So again, like I said earlier, building business credit is definitely very, very similar to building personal credit. All you're doing is adding trade lines, accounts that you're opening and paying on time. Period. Okay, so guys, I hope this video helped you guys. I hope this video was beneficial. If you guys would like to see more videos like this, make sure you guys comment and let me know what type of videos you guys would like for me to do. If you guys want me to teach you whatever, comment on this video, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to talk to you guys later. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Feel free to email me. If you have my number, call me. However, you can contact me. I don't mind helping you guys get this done. If you need my help in any type of way, just hit me up. Y'all know I'm here. Y'all know I got y'all. Y'all already know this, okay? Make sure you guys like this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. And make sure you guys turn on your post notifications so that every single time I post a new video, you will know about it, okay?